First of all, the hair is covering the goods, and I have to show you. Spooky season, and they are perfect. Second, hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Before we start, this video is sponsored by me and my small protein donut business. I linked it below if you are interested in a lower sugar, higher protein snack. Like if you are a sugar addict like me and love cake, but don't want to give up taste and texture, check it out, and thank you so much for all the support. Someone that we're talking about today might be interested in at least cake. She is a feminist and a landwell. Hey, don't get upset at me. It's literally in her name on TikTok. Today we are doing a real reaction. An actual reaction to me is something that you watch on screen and you react to it. Usually, I have a script. I know who I'm talking about. Today, I kind of know who I'm talking about because you guys sent me this woman and her name caught my eye because she's called the Feminist Landwell. And from my experience, calling a fat person a whale is not okay, and she's out here just calling herself a feminist landwell. So you guys sent me this because we had that video where I talked about the woman who talked about not being part or not agreeing with the body positive community when it comes to a lot of what they're saying, as in, you know, accepting your obese body. She likes the other parts where it's like, hey, after pregnancy, you're gonna have, you know, your body's gonna change. As we grow older, our bodies are going to change. You know, our boobs are going to sag. They might take an eye out as we get older and they get super floppy. We're gonna get wrinkles, our hairs are gonna turn gray, you know, all these other things that are part of life. But she said, fuck the whole thing of accepting your obese body, that's dumb. And the, what is her name again? Feminist Landwell responded to that. So we are going to check that out right now.
Even to speak on. Listen, bestie,
wait, hold, stop. She like muted the person for some reason. I don't know if that was like a flop on her, like she didn't mean to, or she muted it because she was like, I just can't, you know, let my loyal followers who are very sensitive even hear the fat phobia that is coming out of this thin, privileged woman who actually worked for her body mouth. All right, let's see what she has to say.
Here to speak on your experiences or your feelings.
But she is.
Or to put you down even. I am here to speak the truth, and the truth is that health can exist at every size.
Wrong. That's actually truthfully wrong. Completely. You can't. And I'd love for them to keep the same energy with this. Have you guys seen Eugenia lately? She's looking not so healthy at every size. So, I don't think she would talk about Eugenia being healthy at every size or anyone else who was too skinny for her liking.
You mentioned in your video that when you were fat, you ate McDonald's every day. Obviously, that is not good for your health.
She's talking about health?
However, you're making the generalization that every fat person only eats McDonald's every day.
No, she's not. She's saying that she ate McDonald's every day. She didn't talk about anyone else. She talked about herself. And what I'm seeing with a lot of these people, they will stitch a video, and stitch for the people that don't know TikTok. I'm on TikTok now, by the way. Ding. Follow me. I linked it below. Made it very easy. So they always stitch these people and they're like,
you're saying that fat people do this every day. Or you're saying that fat people eat McDonald's every day. You're saying that fat people do this. And
the people that they're talking about are talking about their own experiences. And in the beginning, she was saying, I don't want to, you know, speak over your experience, or except you are completely. So hypocrite, you need to add hypocrite to, what is her name? I don't even know her name. So you need to add hypocrite to Feminist Landwell, because you guys, I know you guys like labels, add that one.
Which simply is not true. As I mentioned in my last video, there are things you can do for your health that may result in weight loss, such as reducing stress, eating more nutritiously, and exercising frequently.
And eating less calories. They never want to say that. They never want to say eating less will help you lose weight, because that's what it takes to lose weight.
However, when we have health issues such as hypertension or diabetes, the focus is not put on doing those things to live a healthier life. The focus is put on watching the scale move.
Because that's part of the issue. A lot of people that have diabetes, a lot of people that have those problems have a weight problem. And so that is part of the problem. And so to help that problem, the scale is in focus, along with eating healthier, reducing stress, and all these other things. They just don't like that part.
The scale can move and your health can stay the exact same.
Yes, that's true.
That goes in both directions. You can gain weight and still be healthy, and you can lose weight and still be unhealthy.
Yes. And being obese is also unhealthy, just like being too underweight is also unhealthy. But they don't like to have the first part being said.
So if we've established that intentional weight loss has no health benefits...
Wait, why did she just like pull that out of her butt? She said absolutely nothing. She sourced absolutely no sources. She brought up no studies, and these people like to like pick out studies from, you know, like other fat liberator scientists. Fat liberation scientist is such an American 2022 thing. But anyway, she couldn't even pull up some biased ass study. When you try to lose weight, the people that need to, you know, like Tammy, Amy, all those people that needed to lose weight for their health. Now that we established that they're not thriving at all, minus Tammy, but Amy and Chris are not thriving at all on this weight loss thing. You know, we've established that there's absolutely no benefit to it. We can all just stop losing weight and just be fat and a feminist like me and just become a Landwell.
What are non-fat phobic reasons someone would want to lose weight? One reason that you stated is that you don't want your thighs to chafe anymore, and that's part of why you wanted to lose weight.
That's a pretty reasonable reason. Coming from a thick ass thigh bitch like myself, summers are brutal. Sometimes my thighs would bleed when I was bigger, and sometimes because I lift weights, my thighs are just naturally thick. I put on a lot of muscle down there, and I can easily put on some fat down there, y'all, let me tell you. And sometimes when I'm bulking or trying to get bigger with muscle, but you still have a layer of fat over it, not too much fat, you don't need to get super obese when you're bulking, people. Thought I'd work that in there. But my thighs will chafe a lot during summer, and they'll bleed and it hurts. So that's a pretty legitimate reason to want to lose weight, because that shit's painful.
Which, first of all, is the fucking funniest thing I've heard in a long fucking time.
You got a weird sense of comedy, but most people in this little group do. So we'll just move on from that. That's subjective.
Because I don't know a thin person whose thighs don't chafe either.
I do. I know a lot of thin people's thighs that don't chafe, and I know some thicker people, just depending on how wide set their hips are and how the fat is distributed on their inner thighs. Some people's thighs don't rub together.
Overall, I'm just so sorry that your experience as a fat person was so negative that you've resorted to just being fat phobic.
They're so like condescending with the way that they deliver their niceness.
I'm just so sorry that you hated being fat and you couldn't handle it like a true fat feminist Landwell, like myself.
Like, so fat phobic in so many of your videos.
Don't let her see my videos. Don't send it to her, guys. I see you guys. Don't send it. She's gonna get really upset. She's gonna come out of the ocean and flop around where am I going with this? She's gonna come out of the ocean and flop around on the shore. Like a fish out of water. Wait, no, like a whale out of water. Because our fat body can't take it. Okay, let's go back. Let's go.
Like, so fat phobic in so many of your videos, as opposed to using a health at every size model for your fitness journey. If you'd like to learn more about this, I'd recommend reading Health at Every Size by Lindo Bacon, as well as Fearing the Black Body, The Origins of Fat Phobia.
Two things. Didn't Lindo Bacon get canceled by this very community? Second, please do not wrap in black people in this freaking movement. I hate it. Why? Like, they always, first of all, they use black women specifically as, you know, one of their things to be like, look, black people are fat and they're just fat. So we're gonna add them to our group to make us look more warrior-like, fat warrior-like. I hate it. I cannot stand when they do that whole like fat people or black. Ooh, where am I going? Black people are fat too, and so they just like grab on so they can have more substance to their odd fat ass movement. And as a black person, and keep in mind that I am black, you are white, which means my opinion is completely right. My voice is valid, and you have to take a seat and listen. I find it very offensive when you people, you fat white women, use my people's fat black bodies, or just black women in general, as a stepping stool to get your nasty voices out about the unhealthy nature of obesity. Use your own body as an example. You don't need to piggyback off of black women's backs. Let's look at another one. So this one, let me turn this down because it's gonna be loud. She says, what I ate during my first day of school. Oh, she's young. A lot of these women are very, very young, and so they don't understand, or they haven't felt the pain of obesity yet. But once they hit like 35, 40, getting up there in the age, racking up them numbers, leveling it up, if they are lucky to, it gets pretty painful. Someone just, I'm gonna react to the video, but a woman who was part of like the fat liberation or body positive community released a video, and the title was My Warning to Young People Who Are Obese. She was saying how a lot of these women are very young, and she said, I never felt like I was part of this movement because I never felt anything negative when it came to my weight.
But I could still go for hikes, and I could play sports with my friends, and I had no mobile issues. Like literally, if you looked at me in my 20s to probably like very early 30s, like up to maybe even up to like 33, 34. I was a big person, but it really did not affect me at all.
Until I hit like 35 or 40. I can't remember what she said. I think it was the 30s, because I was like, ooh, that's like close to my age. Oh my God. I'm so happy I'm not fat, because it's not good.
Let's go through the list of all the issues that I now have at 40, because I have been 300 plus pounds since the age of 20. Let me tell you the side effects of that.
I'm not gonna have her list out everything, but y'all, it was long. One of the things she listed out was ovarian cancer, which studies show obesity is a huge factor for ovarian cancer. And she goes into the studies. Her doctor even told her that you have cancer because of how long you've been obese. It's honestly extremely sad. She chokes up a bit, and I feel horrible for her, but y'all, these are the effects of obesity. And you'll see so many of these people in these movements are young. And this woman even said they are in the young and dumb phase and think that these things won't happen to me, but they will. Obesity is no joke. It's not beautiful, and it's not enjoyable. People, it's nothing liberating about being fat unless you're in these groups that try to lie to you that is liberating, because they don't want you to leave. They want you to stay in their little cult. They want you to be a fat landwell like them. Not my words, hers. Okay, let's see what she ate for the day. So she ate a Enlightenment Herba Mate, I don't know what that is, a box or a thing of Pringles, applesauce, organic, healthy, organic mango fruit bar. These are all very high in sugar, but just like her chai vanilla latte with foam strawberries, good choice, nice healthy. Carrots with artichoke and jalapeno dip, which is a huge like trap dip in general. Y'all, I can spoon feed dip in my mouth without the vegetables. It's just a very high calorie treat. A tuna salad on a croissant, which is extremely high in calories, high in carbs, and probably not really going to fill you up all that much. And if it does fill you up, it's not gonna fill you up for a long time. So just looking at her, what I ate on the first day of school, it's no wonder why she labels herself as a landwell. Me, when I meet the first person who boiled dough in a circular shape before they baked it. And she's just excited about some bagels. Honestly, I love bagels, love cream cheese, and something that I used to do, let me know if y'all did this, but I would cut a bagel in half, one of the seeded ones. I can't remember the name. I haven't had bagels in a while. I'd put butter all over it, toast it in the broiler, take that out, cream cheese, not done yet, hot Cheetos, ham, or like turkey or something, because we didn't eat pork. Some kind of like meat I would put on top, and then I'd also have hot Cheetos like on the side. We're not done yet, with top ramen noodles. Now we're done, but I don't think I was really done. I remember always eating after. I was hungry after. That was more of a snack. Once again, I would have been part of this group if I kept it going. I would have been Blackie Landwelly, sitting on a boat with Miss Feminist Landwell. Let's see what this one's about.
I'm fat, but big deal. I don't feel bad about it. You never made me feel bad about it. And just because there are some people in the world who want me to feel bad about it, doesn't mean I have to.
So some critique here, some positive, some negative. Cool sunglasses, very confident sitting up on that boat with all of the body going on. So good for her for the confidence. Second, love the sunglasses. Third, absolutely loved that quote from Hank Hill or Cody Hill. Bobby Hill.
Damn it, Bobby.
Fourth, I have to say, with the shaved head and just the facial features, she does resembles a bigger feminine version and feminist version of Bobby Hill. Y'all were thinking it, but that was very clever of her using that speech from Hank Hill. And props that she watches it, because she's so young, and I wouldn't expect her to watch something like King of the Hill.
Gonna help me fight?
No.
What? You're not.
Love you.
So that one, she's saying body positivity is a self-love movement. And a lot of the people in this community, or at least the fat women, the fat feminists, liberationist individuals do not like that. They cannot stand like people like me who waltz all in with my non-obese body and talk about the cellulite I have on my butt and like show people, you know, hey young girls, I have cellulite on my butt too. It's very normal to have some cellulite and you can love yourself. They hate the people that show, you know, oh look ladies how I look when I'm standing up, but when I sit down I have, you know, I have a stomach. Like I have a stomach that like if I bend down then I have some rolls here, and they don't like that. They hate that. That is a big no. So that's pretty much what that is saying. Like it's not a self-love movement. It is for obese women and obese women only.
You're not.
Love you.
Losing weight for your health is not fat phobic, and if you think otherwise, you are fucking delusional.
Is losing weight for your health fat phobic? Losing weight in and of itself does nothing for your health. If I were to tell someone to improve their health, I would tell them 3 things. I would tell them to exercise more, to eat more nutritiously, and to lower their stress levels. And yeah, a combination of those 3 things, or even one of those things or 2 of those things, can cause weight loss. But the weight loss is a byproduct of those things. It's like a side effect.
This is simply incorrect.
That's what it stop it right there of a doctor telling her, simply wrong. Shut the fuck up, you're freaking wrong. Why are you acting like you know? And why is she saying, if someone asked me how to lose weight, I would prescribe them that. Like, who are you, fat woman in car who calls herself who would listen to someone whose name is Fat Landwell? I know I'm not, so let's see what the doctor has to say.
The actual benefits of losing excess adipose tissue still exist beyond those lifestyle changes. As shown in this review of over 500 studies, using Mendelian randomization found obesity to be causal in stroke, heart disease, and pulmonary embolisms.
So he basically just goes through a bunch of studies saying, you're stupid, weight loss actually does improve many people's lives. You freaking feminist Landwell. Once again, not my words, that's how she wants to be addressed. So then I dug more into her TikTok and I saw she does a lot of what I eat in a day videos. And like I said, after watching her what I eat in a day videos, I can understand as to why she is extremely obese. But something that I noticed about these people is that they always say what I eat in a day as a person unlearning diet culture and practicing intuitive eating.
What I eat in a day as a fat person focusing on unlearning diet culture and intuitive eating.
And then they talk about all of the foods that they eat, which is usually super high in calories, super high in sugar. Yes, they will eat, you know, fruits and vegetables sometimes, but most of what they're eating is just packaged foods. It's a lot of like cheese and crackers, high calorie foods that's not gonna fill them up, a lot of chips, soda, bread, plates of pasta, and you cannot forget a plate of sugar. And a lot of these people will promote intuitive eating, and this is one of the reasons why I am not one of the people that promote intuitive eating, because then I get wrapped into these people. And these people always promote them getting out of an eating disorder, but what they refuse to understand is that they literally have an eating disorder right now, and they are promoting it quite a bit. One, they most likely have binge eating disorder. I'm not going to diagnose anyone like these people do, but most likely when they're that big, you be doing some stuff. Second, and I cannot stand that a lot of these people talk about, oh, I'm getting out of an eating disorder, I have an eating disorder, this and that, and it's so bad to be, you know, underweight and everything, and look at me, I beat my eating disorder. No, you didn't. You still got one, and it's going pretty bad. You had a whole plate of sugar. You might have unlearned but not eating, but now you learn to overeat. You didn't learn how to have a balanced diet, and this is nothing that I saw was very balanced. You know, like she threw some strawberries in there. That's great, but like a whole plate of sugar worms or whatever you guys call them. What are they called? I know you guys are gonna like make fun of me that I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm trying to say. You get it. And then they say this is intuitive eating, and they're pretty much their definition of intuitive eating is eating whatever the fuck they want, and whatever they want is usually a plate of sugar. quesadillas.
Well, what's there to eat?
Get off, Napoleon. Make yourself a dang quesadilla.
And what I'm saying is the people that have eating disorders who are promoting intuitive eating are saying, this is what my body tells me to eat. Yeah, no shit. Because you have a very horribly unrefined, Americanized, unhealthy palate. Your body craves these type of high sugar, non-natural, low fiber, unhealthy type foods that are going to keep you addicted to these types of foods. Those foods are fine in moderation, but someone who has an eating disorder such as yourself who is addicted to sugar probably should not be listening to what his or her body is telling them to eat, because your body is gonna sabotage you as it is. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so obese. I am someone who has a pretty good handle on telling myself no when I know I don't need, a plate of cookies. I would love to eat a plate of cookies. Crumble every weekend or every day. My body's saying, yes, girl, do it. But my brain and the knowledge that I know about certain food is saying, nah, Michelle. First of all, you don't need it. 1, 2, it's not healthy, and 3, you know you like your waist snatched and your ass fat, and those cookies are not going to go straight to your ass. So you might as well just, leave it for another time, or maybe have a half a one, perhaps, if you aren't feeling too bingy that day. But these people, oh no. They say, we annihilated our horrible eating disorder, and now we intuitively eat a plate of gummy worms. That's what they're called, gummy worms. Why do I forget words all the time? But they always say we beat it, we did it, Tess Holiday. Yeah, we can see that you did, but now you're struggling with something else.
You won't get no dessert till you clean up your plate, so eat it. Don't you tell me you're full, just eat it.
Clearly. Anyway, that was the Fat Feminist Landwell that you guys sent to me. Very, very interesting. Very, very unhealthy. But you guys know my opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Come on, it's October and it's gonna get quite evil and cosplay this October. So hit subscribe, I'd love to have you. And remember, you don't have to be a size 2. Abs are great to have, but not needed to be healthy. But health is very important, and intuitive eating can come up and bite you in the butt cheeks and have you catching the obese if you don't know how to appropriately do it. Like most of the people on that platform, and just like the Fat Feminist Landwell. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Damn it, Bobby. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't